Hello everybody, my name is Jason Slapika and I worked with my partner Pratha on our final project for University of Southern California's CSCI 599 Geospatial Data Integration class. Our project was called An Exploration of Privacy Concerns on Yelp. Before I get into the details, I want to set the stage for our project. For those of you who have been living under a rock for the past 20 years, or just haven't thought about how much the internet has changed our lives, I'd like to set the stage for our discussion. Here's an article published a few years ago. Survey says that without much effort, criminals can plan a heist from the comfort of their home office. They can case a house on Google Maps using Street View, look up the owners on Facebook, and just wait until the owners mention that they will be going on vacation, and then make their move. Before this article was published, however, this website, Please Rob Me, kicked off a huge discussion in the blogosphere on how easy it was to find people who were away from their homes. It's not active anymore because the goal wasn't to enable criminals, it was just to start a discussion. It also wasn't rocket science. With some simple programming know-how, the operator of the site generated a feed of people who tweeted that they were leaving their homes and checked in somewhere else. Simple but powerful. Here's another site that took Please Rob Me one step further by relying on a handful of common web technologies, including the Google Maps API and popular JavaScript libraries, and deployed on Heroku, to visualize these people. Again, it was a quick proof of concept built over a summer and inspired by the previous site by crawling for Instagram users. To be fair, something like this could be easily defeated by simply making your profile and posts private and then curating which users follow you. But what about the data you can't make private, or if you do, it loses its impact? Take Yelp, for example. No one trusts an anonymous review on Yelp. Yelp doesn't exactly require you to display your social security number to prove you are who you say you are, but users are very suspicious of bogus reviewers. If you want users to value your opinion, you need to reveal yourself. What do you end up revealing, though? What can a criminal find out about you? Fortunately, Yelp has enabled us to indulge in our paranoid delusions by providing their entire data set for Phoenix to researchers. We hypothesized that it would be possible to figure out where people work, live, and hang out. Unfortunately, we don't have the check-ins for each user like the people who wrote Please Rob Me, so we needed to figure out their daily schedule through some kind of proxy. We decided to take a stab at analyzing their reviews. People review just about everything these days, and we needed places people visit regularly, so we stuck with restaurants. Plus, people tend to eat lunch near work and other meals near home, so we thought if we could group the businesses they reviewed by location, and then tried to figure out the most common meal they ate at each group, we could reverse engineer their daily schedule. I'd like to walk you through that process now. To do so, we relied on Timeline.js, a JavaScript package written by the Night Lab to handle visualizing our results. Take our user Matt here. Here are all the restaurant reviews that we found for Matt in the dataset. It looks like Matt has gotten around to visiting quite a few places around Phoenix and its suburbs. We applied a clustering algorithm called dbScan to each user's reviews to cluster them accordingly to the proximity of the businesses reviewed. We had varying degrees of success depending on how prolific each user was. Here's the output of the clustering algorithm for Matt. We rejected a lot of reviews through this process because it looks like Matt only occasionally visits Central Scottsdale and Chandler. Once we identified the cluster, however, we still needed to make a judgment call as to when Matt visited these places. To do so, we classified the reviews in each cluster according to what meal we thought the user ate when reviewing the place. To train our classifiers, we found reviews for breakfast spots, lunch stops, and dinner places. Here's the output of our classifier on Matt's clusters. Our classifier claimed that this particular cluster is most likely near Matt's home, and sure enough, it looks like a residential neighborhood. To be fair, our approach didn't always work, because for instance, we didn't find Matt's work cluster with any confidence, but we did find a couple places Matt tends to visit often enough, including the bars near ASU and a shopping mall near his home. We can also take a look at some of the reviews that went into the clusters we identified. Here looks like a great place for happy hour or hanging out on the weekends. Maybe you'll catch Matt there sometime. Well, that about wraps up our demonstration for what came out of our research project. We hope you learned a little bit about what we reveal about ourselves every day on the internet, and we'll be a little more careful in the future about what you post online. Thanks for listening.